What is some advice you wish you could give to your 18-year-old self? Learn how credit actually works before 23. Humans are icky overall, but many put in the effort of decency. Do not bother with the ones who have no FKN concept of that effort in practice or otherwise. Train yourself not to use the word nice when asked about someone that triggers heightened awareness, but they haven't been socially or outwardly menacing. Your parents are the exception, not the rule. Don't date looking for their relationship standards. She's not your best friend. Don't ask your boss for input on your business idea. Leave. Just leave. This is the bad place. Relax, and take your time. Enjoy the journey. Because when I was 18 I had already graduated from high school and was a second-year freshman in college. I thought the faster I finished school the more time I'll have to help my family and live the rest of my life. I ended up finishing up undergraduate studies in 2 years, then spent the next 5 figuring out where I was going live, work, etc. all while completing grad school degrees. If I could do it all over again, I'd take my sweet time and enjoy being in the little bubble that school and having no real responsibilities provided. Save money, it'll help you gain independence. Get out of the bad relationship you will waste 9 years of your life on. Learn correct ways to get your body in the best shape instead of being on off diets. Find new friends who appreciate you. Have confidence and realize you are beautiful. Instead of getting so overwhelmed because you can't make a decision, you end up doing nothing. Just pick one option and try it. Spend as much time with grandparents as possible, learn about their life and make memories with them. Stop trying to be so cool, idiot. Once you start paying these student loans back you're going to really regret going to art school. Your friends are all fucking losers and not one of them grows up not on drugs or in and out of jail. Experiment with your sexuality. Don't be so terrified of what your parents would think if you ever turned out anything but 100 heterosexual. Someday you might wonder what if? Your dad's strokes are not strokes. It's brain cancer going undiagnosed. Mine all the bitcoins you can as soon as they're invented. Finish your driving lessons. Don't spunk all the profits on drink and drugs. Start using an electric toothbrush sooner. Cut down on eating really unhealthy junk food, start eating more lean meat, rice and pasta instead of bread, eat more fruit, veg and salad instead. When you decide to buy a dog, stop using contraception. That last one sounded wrong but I know what I meant. Lol. Experience as much as you can before you commit long term to anything or anyone. Travel as much as you can. Date as much as you can. Work as much as you can. Do as much school as you can. Meet as many people as possible. Do as many activities as you can. Frankly, this is advice for life, but if it involves a longer commitment, do as much of that thing before you commit. School, work, and partners especially. Don't settle. Still knock up your reputation. Have 2 kids. But stop fucking drinking, you tool. You will ruin everything if you grab that bottle. If you do, you are in for a world of hurt. You'll keep a friendship with her. You will be a good dad, but you will lose everything you worked so hard for. You'll see your kids for half the time. You'll miss out on half the milestones. You'll miss out on what a happy family could have been like. Your mom sucks and she's wrong about literally everything. She handicapped your ability to relate and communicate in a healthy way. Take the fucking antidepressants and journal while you figure your shit out. Quit playing video games, join all the school clubs, move in with your friends, get away from your toxic family. Relationships that will work don't take a lot of work, and habits now are habits later. Start seriously thinking about your financial future. Learn about budgeting, finances, investing, etc. Don't count on social security or nothing. Doesn't matter how much you make. Live within your means and always set some of your income aside for your future. You'll thank yourself when you're in your 60s and beyond. Don't be one of them folks who jokingly or not say their retirement plan is death. Get genetic testing done because you're a carrier for a rare terminal genetic disease called Krabbe disease. It won't affect your first 2 children, but your son will get the disease, and it will throw you into a deep depression having to see him lose all of his abilities at 18 months old. Because your state doesn't have newborn screening for it. When you go to college, treat it like an 8-5 job. Use the entire 9 hours to go to class and study, plus a lunch break. If you do this MF, you will rarely need to study on weekends and only occasionally in the evenings. I didn't learn this until I was a senior and I wish I had started out this way. Engineering major. Life gets better. Continue trusting your gut no matter how close you are to a person. And stay on the pill after your first surgery, otherwise your endo is gonna return in a year and the birth control you're recommended to switch to ends up making your pain continue worsening to a point you're barely human anymore. Stop smoking. Get jaw surgery to solve your sleep apnea. Get shredded. Reduce meat consumption, it's better for your IBS. Sit down and practice the guitar. Check out Nevermore, they just started to gain traction when I turn 18. Grow long hair. Learn English. Go to music school and move to LA to start a band. Lol. One day, someone you sort of know from high school is going to randomly show up at your house and ask if you want to hang out. Say thanks, but no thanks. You're heading down a bad path that will take a severe toll on you. It will all feel like fun, but it will lead to nothing but emptiness. Don't settle down with anyone until you're at least 27, 28. Date around. Sleep around. Enjoy your youth. Have fun. That boy you're dating is not worth all the pining you do for him. I stayed with my high school boyfriend until I was 25 or so, and it's the biggest regret of my life. Learn to manage your finances as quickly as possible, learn to invest, and learn a trade. I got started in the trades at 30, I can only imagine how much better off I would have been to start at 18 rather than go to college, that I was woefully unprepared for an unmedicated ADHD. I remember in high school I was the only one who wasn't sexually active at my friends. As soon as I graduated I lost my virginity to basically the first guy that showed interest to me. I regret how I decided to lose my virginity at 18 for sure, but not necessarily the guy. Lol. If you go to college, try hard and do the reading. I wish I could go back to my college assignments I skipped and reread them so I could discuss and learn with other groups of people. It's the place to absorb as much as you can, and it's the perfect opportunity to do so. All those ladies you fall in love with do not care about you. Women do not have the capacity to love a man, only use him. You will be forever in the friend zone. Women hold all the cards, my guy, and you are a male in a woman's world. Don't trust any woman. I'd like to tell myself to actually try harder to improve academically and physically. I'm 18 and don't want to have too many regrets, but it's too hard to keep grinding and I've never been disciplined enough to follow through for more than a month. Be you, but do some of the shit other people say to do. Work out more, eat better, do the assigned readings, don't rely on shock humor. Again, still be you, boss, and it all works out pretty well, but chill the defiance just a bit. Don't let the opinions of others determine your worth. Don't stress too much for things you have no control over. Don't let others put you down, don't be shy, don't ever let anyone take your happiness, and take everything step by step. The heartbreak you feel is going to last a really long time, and yes, it does completely suck. But in the end you're going to fall in love with and marry someone so incredible, and your heart will feel so full of joy all the time. Hard, buy as much Apple, MSFT, AMZ and Adby stock as you can. They don't exist yet. When a guy named Steve Jobs loses his job and Apple sinks to $2. That's a huge sale, so buy even more. Also bet on the Mets to win the 1986 World Series. Spend more time with your friends and family before they're gone. I spent all my time with a girlfriend I had at the time and missed out on a lot. Girlfriend and I broke up a year after graduation and I was left alone in town. Invest in the SP 500 in crypto, even if it's a very small amount per month, and don't touch it for 10 years. Just keep investing instead of going out every weekend. Put that £50 you'd spend on a night out into something. Avoid the elderly people who offer you beer in the trailer park your family just moved into. The old woman will offer you meth without either of you knowing what it was, and you will be addicted for the next 8 years. Accept that you're trans, don't give a single shit about what other people tell you, study hard in college, start transitioning now. If they don't love you for who you truly are, then they aren't worth your time. Don't drop your major. Yeah, it sucks and no one prepared you for college, but that CS degree would have had us where we actually wanted to be. Instead it's over a decade later and we miss the tech glory days. Don't be afraid to learn, even if what you find goes against everything you thought you knew about life. Don't make excuses for why things are the way they are, just accept it for what it is and move forward. Don't date until after college. Forgive your dad? He meant well, but he had no idea WTF he was doing. Don't blame yourself for your friend's death. It was an accident and you didn't do anything wrong. Stop putting your life on hold for others, stop giving your heart away so easily and letting it be broken. Reconnect with your brother sooner, stop letting others define you. I could go for hours. Become a male human. Deliver it, sort it, do whatever with it. But don't go to college and owe a fuck ton of money. Also, when you think you're fat, you're not. Also, Bad boys are shit. Obvious answer is to buy Bitcoin and sell when it's at like 60k. A more balanced answer is to pick a better major and be more active in finding internships and jobs straight out of college. What are you waiting for? Seriously? There's gonna be a global pandemic in a few years, so go and find out what you really want out of life instead of waiting for life to happen to you. When in college, if bunches of people are dropping a professor's class, drop it as well and find a new professor. They're actually bad teachers because it is like any other job. Don't go to university. It won't work out the way you expect. Just move the fuck out, get a job, a car, and an apartment, and have some fun. Learn to code and build your own products. You have bipolar disorder. That's why you get depressed so bad and why you sometimes go crazy upbeat and thinking you can do anything even if it's not realistic. Get help, trust me. Talk to mom and dad about the essay that happened to me in high school and get into therapy. Not working through leads to porn is a poor form of coping and will destroy you. Fix it now. Go for it. Ask her, don't let her get away. She told me she really liked me in high school when we met 20 years later. I crushed on her hard back then but was too shy to act. Learn to cook sooner. Learn to drive sooner. Don't date X1 or X5. Ask current BF for his number that first day I met him. Stop the crippling worry, it all works out, smiley face. You're going to be diagnosed with T1 diabetes. Start eating right and exercising right now, and see a doctor who will take you seriously. Talk to as many as it takes. Stay on campus for all 4 years of college. Break up with that boyfriend once you move away for college. And always room with new people every year to make new friends. I know you don't like to quit, but please don't see everything through. It's okay to quit what doesn't feel like a good fit for you: college major, relationship, job,